What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're checking out Uboat, a game where you will be a U-boat team running a U-boat in a U-boat by a U-boat with a U-boat. Anyways, that's why the game is called Uboat, is because there's a U-boat in it, which is a boat that can go under the water. Fun thing about boats, most boats are designed to be on top of the water, so one that goes underneath the water seems to not be fulfilling its initial contractual obligation. But in this case, it's actually planned. Welcome to U-Boat. This game is basically like, I don't know if you ever played Bomber Crew. It's Bomber Crew, but on a submarine, and they've gone with like realistic graphics instead of going with stylized. And it's a pretty cool game. It's still pretty early on in its development, but we covered it back when it first came out, and it was rough. It crashed a lot. It had performance issues. I played it for a couple hours last night and was really pleased with the progress that they've made. It still has rough edges, but you can tell that they're on it at this point, which is all that I really look to see as an indie guy, is like, are they on it? And in the case of this, it does seem like the game has gotten more stable, the game has gotten more fun, and it's gotten some more features along the way. So let's dive into Sandbox mode, and let's take this big old Betty out to sea and see if we can, like, sink some carriers or something. Alright, so here we are with our U-boat crew. At the moment, we've got a number of people on board our ship. We've got Loris, we've got West, we've got Newman, we've got Collar, and we've got Groff. So those are going to be our main crewmen. We also have other mooks around. You'll see them like laying in beds and stuff. It took me a little while to figure out that you can actually assign the mooks. If you go through and you like click on these little dudes, they will play cards with each other and they will do like activities and stuff. These little pips down here, that's how many crewmen are assigned to their watch. And, like, if you don't assign those crewmen, these guys actually really suck at their jobs. But if you do assign them, they do a much better job of getting things done efficiently. For right now, what we need to do is we can actually zoom out and we can take a look at our little U-boat. There it is right there. I don't know what model of submarine this is. It's 1941 and we haven't invented reading yet. We've invented war machines that can fire explosive death at each other, but we haven't quite figured out reading. And so I don't know what model of submarine this is. Sorry. It's got some little, like, rusty bits on the top of it, though, which makes me think this is probably not the most prestigious of postings. Let's go into manual mode real fast. Look at that. He's surveying the docks with binoculars. Yep. Okay. We probably don't... Yeah, let's leave our position real fast. So we're going to leave our position. We need to go down to the shore, and we need to get our orders, and we need to go get ourselves a gerb from the German military. So let's go do that real fast. Let's go down the deck over to this side, and then over here we can talk to this guy. I'm pretty sure this dude is for recruitment right here. He's got these guys just running in circles around a pallet because obviously nobody can have any downtime right now. You just run in circles around that pallet until further notice. This guy over here gives us missions. The Admiralty is deeply impressed by your last patrol. Solid work, Captain. All right, do we have any orders? These are your current orders. We can take a DH patrol in the North Atlantic, and so we just have to patrol around for 2,000 kilometers inside Sector DH. There's the Joined Port of Bergen Flotilla, so we can go to the Port of Bergen and report to our leading officer, or we can attack Portsmouth. I'm pretty sure we're not ready to do any of these things until we get some upgrades, so let's go with a simple patrol for now. Now that we have the simple patrol, we can say goodbye to the Admiral. And then the other thing we need to do is we need to resupply before we go out to sea. The game starts you with more or less everything you need to get the job done, but I find that there's little supplementary items that I'd like to add to my inventory before I do that, just to make my life easier. Tube 2 is loaded. Thank you. He's got a very loud voice. He's hollering from the bottom decks of the submarine. Tube 2 loaded! And we can still hear him from all the way over here. Alright, so show me what you've got inside your resupplies here. So, we have equipment, med kits for healing people up. We can use that by an officer with the proper medical training. Those things cost a lot. I should probably, like, split off, like, 5 of them if I really wanted these. There we go. So we got 5 of those. We only have a little bit of money right now. We have, like, 5,000 Deutsch dollars at the moment, but we need to kind of spend it on good stuff. What I would recommend is that we get a few more torpedoes. We've got an electric torpedo, and then we've got a steam-propelled torpedo. Yeah, let's go with the T2s, I guess. I mean, I've seen Terminator, and from what I understand, the upgraded Terminators are better. I assume that that property is transitive with torpedoes. I don't know, though. What? We have a torpedo in our butt, too? Man, we got a booty torpedo. I don't know how to fire the booty torpedo, but we have one, just in case they're chasing us. Other things we might need, maybe we've got items over here. We've got a combat helmet. We've got a couple of small arms. Oh, yeah, you can send people over to other people's ships right now to, like, steal their ships and stuff. I don't know if that was a thing the last time I played the game, but it's a thing now, so buckle on in. It's about to get crazy. Let's get some sausages up inside of here. I definitely want some bratwurst on the ship before we go. And then as far as, so those are replacement parts right there. We don't have very many replacement parts. Let's get, like, yeah, let's maybe just, move a couple replacement parts over. I'm sure it'll be okay. Oh, I'm out of space. Gotcha, those stack in 5s. Never mind. All right, well, goodbye. I'm off to do a patrol. Hopefully there won't be any combat. You might be asking yourself, but Splattercat, isn't combat the point of a military game that takes place inside of a submarine? No. Combat is terrifying in this game. It's the worst. Have you ever been 40 meters underwater while 5 planes try to drop depth charges on you? It is remarkably thematic and butt-puckering. All right, so he's loaded up the torpedo tubes. Let's climb on up onto the top of the deck. I just want to make sure that everybody's here, and then we'll zoom on out and release control of our officer there. We need to go to our world map. I'm going to give you a rough hint about where you should and should not be in this game. Do not go in the English. Just leave this entire area alone. Don't go there. It's a mistake. If you go anywhere around here, you are going to be depth charged into submission within seconds. It's going to be disgusting. This is the patrol sector that it wants me to go to down here. I don't know if the port of Saifi... Oh, good. The RAF has a base right there. That's going to be fun to deal with. I'm looking forward to that. All right, well, we need to plot a course. So let's get on out of the Bay of Biscay over here. We'll set our course over here. We're going to set our course wide because I don't want to go anywhere near that RAF airbase. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen. And then we'll make like a beeline down south this way. We also need to take a look. U-boat is off duty. We can skip 1 day wait time if we wanted to. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. There we go. I need everybody on active duty right now. Perfect. Everyone's on active duty. For the first time in our lives. Fuel consumed by the... Why are we at 91%? Should we be at 100%? We're in port right now. Our discipline's looking okay. Pretty happy with the discipline. Battery capacity's not looking that great. But that's largely because we're not running the diesel engines right now. During this time period, the diesel engines on this thing, you would go like deck awash, or you would keep this thing up above the water. And during that time, you would use a diesel engine, which would turn an alternator or something like it that would charge up the batteries. When you go deep underwater, you use the electrical power because it's way quieter than the diesel engine. It doesn't give you away for stalking and hunting prey and things like that. So anyways, let's go back out to the map and we will get this underway. I believe, sir, that we should probably, you know what, give the order. Take us out of port, Halbefart style. All right, and so now that we're going out Halbefart style, you will note that our submarine will start moving. There it is right there. If you wanted to choose what depth you wanted to go down to, here's your Tiefenmesser, just in case. There you go. So you can decide how much Wasser you want on top of your head. And then the Haupttruder, apparently, I think it controls like which way you're facing, but I think this is the rudder. But you can actually control the rudder by right-clicking, which our boat is not doing right here. Just take us out that way. You're scraping the front. We just got this fresh paint job. It's all custom, and it's looking amazing, and you're just grinding it away on the side of the concrete. Do you understand how much the Admiral is going to climb up inside my ass with a ladder over this? Stop. Just go that way. I will give you custom orders until you feel better. All right, so we're just going to take the boat out this way. We can speed it up a little bit. All right, so now that we've modified our course, let's take this thing out of the Bay of Biscay. And we're going to plot over to here. We want to get nice and wide of this RAF airbase. That RAF airbase represents a very, very real threat to us. And so we've got a bit of a trip in front of us. We've got, let's see, about 3,000 kilometers we're about to travel. That should leave us with 10,000 left once we get into our patrol zone. We should be able to accomplish this perfectly fine. Sometimes you get missions right at the beginning of the game that put you like way out here. It can be hard to get there and have enough fuel to make it back too. And so here we are. We're off to sea. Sailing, sailing away. I guess everybody's just playing cards right now. I don't know why he's playing cards. We should probably be, like, on duty, right? What's he doing? Oh, he's salvaging parts from metal. Okay, sounds good to me. This game doesn't have, like, the patches or anything yet, so there used to be, like, pipe patches and things like that back in these old days. I don't know if you've ever seen U571, Pretty good film, though. That and K-19, The Widowmaker. Those are both, like, super solid submarine films. I guess Hunt for Red October is out there, too, although that's an older one. You got to be kind of into classic film, I guess, for Hunt for Red October. Let's go ahead and speed this thing up. We got places to be, stuff to accomplish. When we get into neutral water, the boat will start moving faster. It'll go into, like, hyperspeed warp movement. But for now, we're stuck in, like, slow boat mode. Oh, we got a message from HQ, courtesy of our radio operator. What do they want? Yeah, go ahead and send that thing back. Let's find out what it is HQ needs. They're like, hey, can you pick up some eggs and butter while you're out? And I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I'll get it on the way home. One of our ships has gone missing. Its last known coordinates are 29 north, 17 west. The contact was added to the map. Okay, so, like, we have stuff we need to accomplish inside of our patrol zone as well. Yeah, it looks like we lost one of our U-boats down there. Little risky to go looking for it, because if it went missing down there, there's a chance that we will go missing down there. But we'll give it the old look-see once we get down that way. It's gonna be a bit of a long trip though till we get out of the bay. There we go. Now we've kicked it into travel mode. That's what I like to see. Bring out the old travel backpack here. Oh, never mind. It took me out of travel mode. Did we beach ourselves again? Please tell me we did not beach ourselves again. All right, we did not beach ourselves again. We're good. So one thing I will say is be careful about fast travel in this game. Like, we're fast traveling right now. The game will attack you with stuff while you're fast traveling and just be like, oh no, it's a depth charge airplane. Like, watch out for that. The game will try to get you with that nonsense every now and again. But we are officially stowed away and on the move. So I think we're going to be down here in probably about 2 or 3 minutes. But it takes time. If you've ever played any of the Silent Hunter games or anything like that, it's very, very similar. This is not a fast-paced game where you're going to get your instant injection of gratification. It's going to take you some time. But I'll tell you what, when you spend like 35 minutes setting up an ambush on a destroyer and you manage to sink the damn thing... Oh, there's chimney smoke. Why is there chimney smoke? Hold on. We got chimney smoke over here? Is it our... let's go investigate real fast. Let's go investigate. Let's radio back that chimney smoke. We get points for everything that we radio back about, too. We're basically acting as advanced scouts. We don't have visual range on this thing. Yeah, flip us around real fast. Let's see if we can go find these guys. Looks like we're catching them right now. Hopefully they're not too beefy. I'm hoping it's like a shipping liner or something like that that's like moving products around. If it's like a combat group, this is going to suck. All right. Oh, it's a freighter and numerous corvette. Oh wait, it's one corvette. Hold on. So this is a pretty large convoy. Okay, flip it around. We can't handle that right now. That's a mistake. We can probably see. No, yes, turn that boat around, son. Turn that boat around. We can probably see them if we look real hard. They're kind of far away. 20 kilometers is pretty deep. There they are right there. You see those little tiny bumps on the horizon? That's them. All right, let's take a look here so you can see what some of these enemy ships look like. We're not ready for that yet. At best, we could harass them. But chances are a detachment like that, chances are a group like that is going to have a carrier nearby. And the second we attack, they're going to radio in for air support. And we're going to have, like, a massive docket of problems. The second they radio in that air support, it's going to be really, really bad for us. I don't see them. Where are they? There they are. There they are. Yep, there's one of our ships right there. Chances are they've seen us already, too. So there was 2 corvettes. Yeah, there's the corvettes out front. And then the freighters are on the sides. Man, these are a juicy prize right here if we could get them. They're worth a lot of points. Like enough to upgrade our ship multiple times. Probably enough XP to upgrade our crew too, but it's so dangerous. Those corvettes right there are the issue. Both of those things have depth gun, or they have, both of these things right here have guns. And even if we're deck awash, they're going to be able to, like, they don't have to hit us. They just have to get near us, and the shockwave from the high explosive shell will knock holes in our hull. And they can do that from a reasonably decent distance. And I'm not experienced enough as a submarine commander to really make that work. I say we leave it for now. This is not the mission objective. I think it's a mistake to mess with them. As of right now, they aren't even aware that we're here. I'm going to go deck awash for a second just to lower our visibility. So we'll go deck awash real fast. That just means that we've got everything up to the, I forget the name of this thing, the conning tower. It means basically water goes up to the conning tower. Like everything but the conning tower will be underwater. Then there's periscope depth, which is like 8 meters or something like that. You're going to use that for scouting out enemies and planning like how you want to attack. Be careful about being underwater for too long. Your morale will go down the longer you're underwater for whatever reason. I actually think it's a little severe right now. I'm of the opinion that maybe they need to dial it. I'm of the opinion that they need to dial back the morale penalty you get for being underwater, because like if you're underwater for more than like 30 seconds right now, as long as their little arrows don't turn around and come hunt us, I'm happy. We just need to get out of here. Keep an eye on your oxygen meter right here. We have 99% at the moment. Yeah, let's just make a gap. We already radioed in about that group right there, so we've already supplied intel to the war effort, but let's continue onwards, finding our goal here. Now that we're out of visual range, we can actually blow the tanks and come back up to the surface. It looks like the ship's buoyancy is not super good right now, but hopefully we can blow the ballast tanks and then that number will come back up. It's taken us a little bit of oxygen to get that done. Our compressed air reserves are kind of low. My suggestion in this case would be that we come back, and because our compressed air is kind of low, what we can do is we can assign somebody to come over here to the air compressor. Well, hold on. Not that close. There. Well, okay. Never mind. Some camera work issues right now. I believe the air compressor is... That's the workshop. I thought the air compressor was over here. I thought that was it, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, there it is. The electric compressor. Go ahead, and I would like for you to turn on the air compressor, please. I know you've got, like, very, very few things left on your watch, but, like, just turn on the air compressor while we're traveling. Just to make sure that we're completely and totally filled up on O2. Just in case we need to strong dive or surface. You never know. It is, after all, a submarine game. Who would have thought that going up and down in the water would be a good idea? Let's see here. I also wanted to set up the galley real fast. Let's put the bacon in the galley. Yeah, we got preserved pork, and then put the sausages on the menu as well. Oh, it's full. Okay, never mind. Well, either way, what you want to do is, if you look, we're increasing the food variety. That way that we get more morale while we're out at sea. I don't know if anything interesting is going to happen in this episode. I'm starting to wonder, but I guess we'll just travel normally until the O2 tanks are full. And then once the O2 tanks are full, that's when we'll start worrying about other stuff. We are draining our battery a little bit by doing this, I think. But the battery is being run by the diesel engine right now, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal, I don't think. All right, so now we need to dive back in, and let's go ahead and slow that down. And we need to turn off the compressor. Felix, sir, if you could turn off the air compressor for me. Thank you. I would appreciate the hell out of that. And so we've got the ballast tanks all filled up with pressurized oxygen now so that we can, like, blow those. And we can go up and down about as fast as we need to. Keep a careful eye on that. In the initial version of the game that I played, you didn't really have to worry about the ship's buoyancy too much. But they have made changes to the balancing of this game, which have made it quite a bit more difficult. And there's a lot more things you need to, like, keep an eye on. And not necessarily, I don't think it approaches the realm of micromanaging, but it is, like, stuff that you are 100% going to want to keep an eye on, just in case. Okay, we've officially entered our patrol route. Let's go ahead and we'll take a look around, but I'm also going to set a course for that other submarine that we're supposed to be finding right now. This can be, like, really anything. It could be a stranded ship. It could be a stranded submarine. You can send people on board to help them out and, like, refuel them, or maybe help them out with medical supplies. So we've arrived inside of our patrol sector. That's another 500 points that's been added to our budget. We need to travel 2,000 meters inside this area and essentially resolve any problems that may come up while we're here. I don't know if that port is safe. It's not green. Do we have any other ports? So there's a Royal Air Force in Freetown. What else do we have going on here? Yeah, I think that is a friendly port. Oh, never mind. That's where we came from, isn't it? No, it's not. We came from up here. We came from La Rochelle. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. I got brain farts right now. This is why they don't give me important jobs like commanding a ship. As we draw closer to this situation, we'll be able to check it out. Of course, my radio operator's asleep right now because that's going to make this whole thing more complicated. I love it when my radio operator is asleep right around the time that we're going into, like, a complicated situation that more than likely necessitates a radio operator. And once we get inside view range of this thing, we'll slow the map down. I am going to kind of fan the hammer and watch out because there is a decent chance that we may find contrails down here, or there's a decent chance that we may find a small group of like Royal Navy, in which case we're going to want to make ourselves real scarce. This is not a game about fighting and dying. This is a game about sneak thievery and skullduggery, which really is the main selling point of the U-boat. Now we've got visual contact on the tiny group. Let's go ahead and slow it down. So what do we have down here? Looks like we're looking over here. Let's go ahead and take over in manual mode. Where's this guy at? There he is. It's one of our U-boats. Yeah, go ahead and lock onto him. We're not close enough right now to really do a whole lot, but it looks like he's the exact same model of submarine that we are. Maybe he's stranded. I'm not really entirely too sure. Let's pull up a little closer. All right, we'll investigate the ship real fast. Let's go ahead and speed this thing along. I like to do this in map mode. Some people will not want to do this in map mode, but what we need to do is we need to pull up on this guy. Get nice and close, and then we're going to board him. We'll also send the report real fast so that we get paid. Make sure you're always sending back scouting reports. All right, so a time compression. Coming in pretty hot right now. Go ahead and give me kleine fart. Okay, we can now officially send somebody on an away mission. I find it simpler in this case. Yeah, we'll modify the course so that we come up like in an echelon, like tips ahead, basically. I'm just making up words right now that sound naval, by the way. That's not a real thing. And then once we pull up on this guy, we'll go ahead and take a better look at him. All right, full stop. And then we'll slow the game down. Let's take a look at this boat. That's my conning tower. That's not his conning tower. So where is this guy? Hello? Hello? As a submarine? This may be easier to do from this view. Oh, he's like right there. We might not be able to see him over the edge of the conning tower. All right, so what we need to do is we need to send somebody over there to check it out. I'm going to send the captain. And the way that you do that, it took me a while to figure this out, is you click on the guy you want to send, then you click on the boat. And so there you go. You send the captain over to investigate. U1103 is floating on the water surface without any living soul on deck. Inspection from our boat makes it clear that it sustained major damage. It remains a mystery, though, what happened to the crew and why the enemy left it in such a state on the water. Yeah, they should have sunk it. We'll go on board. So there it is. He's going to break out the little dinghy. He's going to go on board. That dinghy trip can take forever if you do it from like a kilometer away, so don't do it. That's why I always pull up super close to the other ships, is so that it doesn't take quite as long. I'm impatient, all right? I can't help myself. Klaus Graf cautiously boarded U1103, reporting that he could not hear any sounds from inside the ship. He went to the conning tower and opened the closed hatch and quickly ran to the barriers on the conning tower, nearly choking. He reported the inside were the corpses of sailors with dried blood flowing from their eyes and lips. Klaus had no doubt the ship was damaged by a mine and then flooded the batteries on the boat, which then in turn released chlorine gas and resulted in the death of the entire crew. All right, well, we'll sink the ship then. We'll go ahead and have him return. If I had sent over my engineer, like either of these two guys, we could have actually just, like, mined it. We could have put C4 on it and blown it up. Frankly, I actually don't really want to waste a torpedo, so I may consider doing it. I may send one of the engineers over, I think. Yeah, send the engineer over. There you go. Just kind of run your way on over there, and then we'll torpedo it. It's going to take a little while, but I promise it'll be worth it. It'll save us a torpedo, and torpedoes are really, really expensive. There you go. So he's going to mine the ship. I'm going to put this in, like, forward 1 just so we're a little bit further away. Like, I don't mind if he's got to run a ways away, but there it goes. And so down to the bottom of the sea, it goes. And then our engineer is back on board. We have a group detective. Oh, shit. Contrail? That's not good. Where's the contrail at? Hold on. That's not good. Planes are death in this game. Where's the contrail at? Oh, Jesus. Okay. We need to get the hell out of here. That's really, really close up on us. That's not good at all. Can we see him? Do we have, like, is he getting closer? Doesn't look like he's aware of us. Give me decks awash. Set course away from him. Planes are crazy deadly in this game. I'm serious. Don't play with your life in this game with planes. You will lose. All right? You will 100% lose. Like, be 100% clear on this. Planes, if you see a contrail, dive. Dive now. Because what's going to happen is this guy is either a scout or a depth charge plane. He is one of those two things. If he is a scout, then right now, once he's aware of us, he's radioing back, and then there's a depth charge plane coming. If he's a depth charge plane already, he's coming for... Oh, he's coming for us right now. Okay, depth. Go to depth. Go to depth. Yeah, go to depth. Full dive. We'll go down to 50 meters. Yep, 50 meters. Go down. $50 meters. Where is he? Okay. Give me forward engines. And we sink beneath the waves. This doesn't mean we're safe. I don't know how much you know about depth charges, but they do go underwater, and they don't even need to hit you with them. They just need to be like somewhere near where you are, and the pressure distribution in the water will start cracking the hulls and knocking big chunks out of the pipes and everything else. He has more than likely... He has more than likely registered what our vector was, where we were heading, before we went under. So we need to change course. We need to change course pretty aggressively. But he's definitely looking for us. At this point, there's no, like, above-the-water view that you can use. So just be aware of that. We just kind of have to sit down here in the middle of the great blue black and just hope and pray. That's pretty much all there is to it. That's all there is to it, is we just got to sit down here and squint our eyes and just be like, God, please don't hit us with a depth charge. Because he definitely is looking for us right now. Oh, he's moving away. Oh, come on. We need to patrol 2,000 meters here anyways, so it's not really that big of a deal. I wasn't planning on doing most of it submerged, but if we have to, I will. It takes you a while to come about when you're underwater, by the way. Yeah, it looks like he's patrolling this area. Yeah, give me full engine speed for now. We can lower that if it's going to help out with morale. We're not in combat anyway, so I don't need, like, all hands on deck. Morale is dropping pretty good right now, though. But we just need to be away from this plane. It looks like we're safe now. Yeah, we're outside of his range, so we can surface. Yep, unblousen the tanks. And there you go. We are now officially, we survived our first encounter for now. Oh, he's coming back. Never mind, stay at depth. Stay at depth, he's coming around. No, I told you to go down. I said down. Oh, God. It didn't cancel the down order. It completed the up order, then it did the down order. We're hosed. This is not good. At the end of this episode, we are facing a serious threat. This thing may depth charge us into scrap. And so I think we're going to have to shoot him down. I don't think there's any other way to get around it. Now, shooting things down with an AA gun that's mounted on top of a submarine is not an easy prospect, but we're going to give it the best go that we can. Let me know if you want to see more of this. Hit me with a like down below if you want to see more episodes. And aside from that, I will see you all in the next episode of U-Boat. Get it down below. Hi, do, and take care, everybody. It's been fun.